Hey folks, welcome into some WNBA action on 2K Sports. Tonight we'll see the New York Liberty as they play against the Los Angeles Sparks. With Brian Banafitemi and Tim Swartz, I'm Blake Suniga, and we're thrilled to have you with us.
So many incredible front court players in the history of the WNBA, and we have a great matchup tonight between two of the best currently going at it.
Hey, look at the skill set of the matchup tonight. It's as elite as you can get in the entire W.
Well, they both do so much for their teams every time they take the court. This is truly a marquee matchup that everyone has tuned in to see.
Here we go. And it's the Sparks to start out. Stolen by Tiffany Hayes. Pass to Griner. Cannon. Screen by Griner. Now Hayes. Now here's Griner. Guarded by Canada. Griner, good.
Not afraid to play rough and rugged. Griner shows the ability to power through contact.
Inside. Iriafen. Good for the basket. Starting off 1-for-1 with that shot.
It makes it so easy for your teammate when you can lead her to the rim with a pass like that.
Outside Stevens. Zandalasini. Stevens the screen. And here's Zandalasini. Makes it off the glass.
Those 2 points, almost a sure thing when they're able to get the ball inside to that position.
Here in the first with a little over a minute played so far. Pass to Iriafen. Her second shot goes in. Off to a good start. 2 for 2.
Intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
And here's Zandalasini. Stevens the screen. To the middle. Good work defensively by Natasha Howard. Now here's Canada. Howard. Pass to Mitchell. And stolen by Stevens. Now about 2 minutes gone by in the first quarter. Here's Zandalasini. Stevens the screen. To the inside. Great pass to set up the land.
Well, what makes Stevens such a good option in the pick and roll is her combination of size and mobility.
Outside Williams. Down low. Here's Howard. And it's Brittany Griner with the rebound.
Well, no one has blocked shots like Brittany Griner, a one-of-a-kind defender.
I mean, she led the league in block shots in each of her first 8 years in the W. And it's about more than just her length. Griner just reads the game so well, is such a high IQ player.
And Zandalasini gets it to go.
I admire Hayes' vision. I mean, she's pretty much aware and alert of everything happening on the court.
Now here's Mitchell. Here's Iriafen. Rejected by Azurá Stevens. And here in the first, about 3 minutes in. Here's Howard. Persistence pays off as they finally hit a shot.
Just all will and desire from Howard there. Outworking the defense on the offensive glass.
Now here is Hayes. Pass to Cannon. Now Griner. 5 on the clock. The shot off that time. The Sparks trailing. Mitchell outside. Good, and Jordan Canada gets the assist.
This is the pure shooting ability of Mitchell at work. Allows her to score right off the pass.
Pass to Griner. Zandalasini. Misses the three. Now Canada. Outside Williams. And here's Howard. She's guarded by Griner. Mitchell outside. From past the arc. The rebound by the Liberty. Hayes with it. She hasn't yet put up any points in this one. And she was camped there in the lane, and she gets a 3-second call. Now here is Canada. Mitchell outside. The three-pointer is on target.
It's important that Mitchell keeps hitting from deep because that's going to help open up the offense.
Tiffany Hayes on the wing. Guarded by Canada. To the paint. It's stolen by Natasha Howard. In the hoop for her third make from the field. She's 3 for 4 thus far in the contest.
4 of their last 5 makes came off a high-quality shot inside.
And that's right out of the textbook. They are having their way down low right now.
Now here is Hayes. And there's the foul. It'll go on Canada. That is her first foul of the game.
Team foul.
Outside Hayes. Pass to Griner. Just 5 to shoot. Can they get it? And she lays it in.
Because of Griner's remarkable size and strength, she creates a mismatch against almost every defender.
Now here is Canada. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for her. Now here is Hayes. Guarded by Canada. And stolen by Canada. Here's Williams. Good. And Jordan Canada gets the assist.
Fantastic pass. He made that a very easy bucket with the setup.
Pass to Griner. Cannon. Screen by Griner. Hayes. Guarded by Canada. And there it is. Here's Mitchell. She's got 7. Down low. And it's blocked by Brittany Griner.
Such a strong defensive prowess. I love how Griner makes shooters think not once, not twice, but probably at least 3 times before shooting the rock around her.
Back to Stevens. And the Liberty getting another bucket right there.
Very clever passing. She put that ball on a silver platter for her.
Outside Howard. Pass to Mitchell. Outside Canada. Screen by Howard. To the middle. Falls through. She's now made 2 out of 4.
Using her touch and tenacity around the rim, Howard's able to beat a number of defenders inside.
Now here is Hayes. Guarded by Canada. Pass to Cannon. Reiner. Let's go. Howard with the rebound. The Sparks with the lead. Here's Canada. And it's blocked by Brittany Griner. And it's out of bounds. The Sparks able to retain possession here. So Liberty making a switch here.
Remaining in the first 2 minutes.
On the wing, Kelsey Mitchell. 7 points in the game. And a miss there on the triple.
Even without that 3-ball dropping for her, the defense should have done way more on that last play.
Yeah, I mean, the D's got to be better as a coach. You can't stand seeing her having that much space to get her shot off.
Now here's Alaman. Pass to Mitchell. Tries it from the top of the key. Stevens grabs the board.
Well, she's a player who, with a wide open look, will rarely miss.
And here's Cannon. here is Stevens to the inside. And the basket is good.
She was one step ahead of the D in making that pass. Nice assist.
Now the Sparks with it. Now Lamont. Looking for her first basket still in this one. Pass to Howard. 6 on the shot clock. Mitchell. That falls. Nice feed that time from Natasha Howard.
Well, you got to like her shot selection today. She set the bar for the rest of the team.
Here's Griner. Sabrina Ionescu from outside. Knocks down the 3-ball. It's all knotted up.
They really set Ionescu up for success there. Perfectly positioned with a good look at the hoop.
Pass to Iriafen. Here's Howard. Got a hand on it. It's 2 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Cannon, guarded by Howard. And here's Cannon. Back to Ionescu. Three-pointer. And again, it's the Liberty from deep.
She will make you throw your hands up as a defender. It just frustrates you because you just don't know how to play her.
1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one. Liberty out in front. They lead by 3. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter. And off we go. A close game now entering the second quarter. And taking a look at the Liberty performance here. Guys, what are your thoughts?
They've come out of the gate strong and put in a solid first quarter.
A lot of good looks for them on offense so far. Just quality shots.
The Sparks trailing. Passed on Lamont. Here's the pick. And here's Rupert. Outside Charles. Alema. The three-pointer off the mark. Here's Mack. Healy defending. Takes the 13-footer. It's hauled in by the Sparks.
A real defensive lapse there. She's not a player you can leave open for a jump shot. They're lucky she didn't punish her there.
It's stolen. Inside. Here's Jefferson. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
She didn't have to slow down at all. That lead pass was timed perfectly.
Now here's Peely. She's covered by Jefferson. Pass to Evans. Here's Rupert. From outside the arc. That falls. Nice feed that time from Dana Evans.
I can't believe it. They cannot forget about her like that. She's not going to miss that open look.
Aleman with it. Now guarded by Ionescu. Foul called that time on the way up. And that'll give her 2 chances at the free throw.
You don't want to get in the habit of letting the offense get right to the rim.
And that's the message they were sending with that foul, saying nothing easy inside with that one.
Yeah, but they got to play a little bit better defense before they get inside.
Shooting 2.
And the first one falls for her. We're in the dog days now, fellas, and you can start to see it with some of these teams.
Look, it's a long season. It's a grueling season. It's not only a battle of wins and losses, but a battle of attrition, too.
You know, staying healthy is at least half the battle. But who is going to step up? That's why we have rosters constructed the way we do. And we're all kind of wondering who's going to get that kind of production from the end of their bench.
Now here's Ionescu. She has 6. It's hauled in by Williams.
She's cooled down a little bit after burying those 2 threes in the first quarter.
Canada. To the paint.
Rupert.
And she drops in the layup off glass.
What a smart feed by Canada. She's got a great eye for finding those ready shooters.
And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played.
She's picking up where she left off in the first quarter, from downtown at least.
Outside Williams. The kick out to Canada. Fires from deep. Mack grabs the miss.
Wide open misses like that can be confidence shakers.
Outside Hayes. Pass to Stevens. And they force the shot clock violation. Great defense. And a moment to check out who the New York Liberty have coming up.
On Wednesday, they're off to Vegas to face off with the Aces. And on Saturday, they'll be playing the Lynx in Minnesota.
And looking at the Lynx matchup, on paper, they should be expected to come away with the win. But this might be one of those trap games where they can let it get away from them if they're not focused.
You have to keep your concentration and take care of business.
Unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and she's heating up.
Shooting one.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
Great job getting to the line here. Didn't even have an attempt in the first quarter.
Pass to Cannon. Ionescu. Guarded by Canada. Ionescu misses.
Yeah, her touch has deserted her this quarter. Nowhere to be found.
And, you know, playing for France in the 2024 Paris Games, that was a special moment for Gabby Williams.
Winning a silver, came so close to knocking off the heavily favored Americans in the final. Williams was voted best defender of that 2024 tournament.
Now here's Hayes. Quiet so far offensively, searching for first points of the game. And the Liberty call time here. Pass to Cannon. And here's Zandalicini. Now here's Stevens. Offensive rebound. Zandalicini can't get it to go.
If they could end every possession with that shot, they'd be happy. Because 9 times out of 10, that's an easy layup.
Back to Howard. Mitchell up top. She's guarded by Hayes. Clock at 6. Back to Mitchell. The 3. The rebound by the Liberty.
Even against defense as tight as that, you expect her to bury those shots.
I don't know. The defender was on her like glue. It would have been quite a bucket, even though we've seen her hit those in the past.
Here's Cannon. Picked by Ionescu. Pulls it from 20. Cannon, no good.
Well, she didn't have a hand in her face, so I thought she was for sure going to bury that.
Back to Williams. Howard. Over Stevens. And misses it off the right side of the rim. Here's Zandalicini. He has 5. And Stevens is good for 3.
This offense runs much more smoothly when Stevens is connecting from outside.
And there's the pick. The 3 from Kelsey Mitchell. It's rebounded by Sabrina Ionescu. The Liberty trail. This one for 3. The second effort. And Stevens with the lay-in. Good.
And I like the energy Stevens showed right there. Refusing to quit on the offensive glass.
Green by Howard. Here's Canada. Tiffany Hayes grabs the miss.
Pass to Ionescu. Stevens. Tiffany Hayes for three. The shot comes out. Right side, Canada. Here's Rupert. The Sparks, no good that time either. And it's New York's ball. Here's Ionescu. Wide open. Mitchell grabs the board.
Just not the corner she would like to have when you talk about shooting the ball, but hopefully she can turn it around.
Deflects the pass. Pass to Ionescu. Oh, and she misses the go-ahead basket. Back to Williams. From down in the low post, it goes.
She had her head on a swivel and was able to still pick up the pass and get the assist.
Pass to Cannon. Zandalasini. Jordan Canada drives in. Finally, she gets one to fall. She's now 1 of 5 with her first make.
Such a dynamic playmaker. Jordan Canada can create and finish herself off the dribble.
Now here's Hayes. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change.
Great hustle play right there, guys. Energy, passion. This is what you play the game for.
Timeout.
The Sparks call timeout.
Start.
Howard. She's guarded by Griner. Outside, Williams. Down to 5 on the shot clock. A 3 from Kelsey Mitchell. The long-distance 3 is buried.
2 more three-point field goals for her here in the second quarter. Somebody has got to get a hand up.
Hayes with it, and it's Howard picking her up. Hayes up top, over Canada. Rebound by the Sparks.
Obviously, they're evenly matched teams on the interior. The rebound numbers are very even.
Yeah, impressive effort from both teams on the glass. Great job spotting your teammate near the bucket and firing the pass in there.
Pass to Stevens, and here's Zandalasini. There's a screen by Stevens. And it's Iriefin with the rebound. The Sparks leading. Mitchell left side. And a great assist by Jordan Canada, and that one falls in.
You know, she's having a nice quarter, scoring with confidence.
Pass to Stevens. Hayes. Here's Zandalasini. She's covered by Mitchell. Here's Griner. And she can't bank that one in. Now the Sparks with it. They lead by the biggest margin of the game, 9. Now Mitchell. To the middle. Williams puts one up from 19. Oh, no good on the buzzer beater. So we conclude the first half. Sparks ahead, up by 9. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half.
And now the third quarter about to get going again. It's been an absolute clinic out there by Kelsey Mitchell.
It's amazing to watch. She spoils us with her performances game in, game out. And so far, another big scoring night for her.
And oftentimes when she puts up that many points in the first half, she follows it up with an even better second half. So we'll see if that happens again here.
Here's Hayes. Pass is on Delasini. Down low. Left side, Stevens. Buries it down low.
Stevens can score from anywhere, but on the interior is where the defense really has to worry about her.
Now Iriafen. She's guarded by Stevens. Now here's Williams. Three by Howard. Three Jordan Canada. And it's Brittany Griner with the rebound. And it's New York's ball. Pass to Hayes. Back to Griner. That drops. And it comes off an assist from Tiffany Hayes.
Well, you just can't give her that kind of position in the post.
When she gets in that good of a position, it's just so hard to stop her.
Now here's Mitchell. She's got 17. To the inside. It's stolen by Griner. Oh, and the fast break for the Liberty. And she finishes nicely on the layup.
3 for 3. That's the way to start the second half.
One item that stood out is their ball movement.
Things are definitely clicking, and more importantly, it's tough to defend.
Here's Mitchell. And Brittany Griner with the block. And they'll keep possession. And the basket by Iriafen.
Next time she has that much space, she should just go straight up with it and leave the fadeaway at home.
Griner with the screen. To the middle. Here's Stevens. Add basket number 6 to her stat sheet. She's now 6 for 10.
And once Stevens finds her rhythm, she stays aggressive, which is a nightmare for opponents.
Outside Canada. Howard. The three-pointer, no good.
1 for 4 from the field since halftime. They're having a hard time getting it going.
One thing this team loves about Natasha Howard, she's a winning player.
I mean, one point in her career, she won 3 of 4 titles with 2 different teams. And she's a former Defensive Player of the Year, plays the game with serious effort.
Oh, no. See, those are the kind of errors that can make or break you in a game like this, and it'll drive your coach crazy.
Now the Sparks with it. It's a three-point game.
Iriafen a screen.
Mitchell outside. The shake. And it's blocked by Brittany Griner. And it's out of bounds. The Sparks able to retain possession here. Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. Clock at 2. Again, the miss by the Sparks. Makes that one her 6th of the night, shooting a very healthy 6 for 9.
5 straight now, coming out of halftime, rolling.
Outside Williams. Howard. Pass to Iriafen. Here's Williams. And here's Canada. No good from outside. Now Cannon. Now here is Stevens. There's a screen by Stevens. Inside. It's stolen by Iriafen. To the paint. Back to Canada. Williams. Pass to Howard. And stolen by Azurá Stevens. And they have certainly been looking locked in offensively.
They sure have, staying aggressive and playing in control.
And you can hear the intensity in this building right now as these Los Angeles fans are here to support their Sparks.
Well, even as players come and go, there's been some bad blood between these two teams. The rivalry itself, it is intense and very entertaining.
And for the Liberty, they've gotten the better of this season series so far against the Sparks.
What a finish. Mitchell is such a tough player to guard. Will take a bump and get it to go.
Well, watching the 2024 playoffs, you felt so good for Kelsey Mitchell.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, here's someone who had never been close to the postseason and then makes her first trip in her 7th year. And she showed out, dropping 21 in her playoff debut.
Timeout called the Liberty. Outside Stevens. Zandalasini. There's a screen by Stevens. Fires high post. And that one good.
They're doing their best to cut down the lead with smart offense in the second half. Their shot selection has been much better since the break.
Now here's Mitchell. 20 points for her. And Brittany Griner with the block. And it's good. 2 points.
Defensively, they're on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
And if they don't start showing some aggression, things are just going to get worse.
Here's Hayes. Pass to Zandalasini. Cannon. She's guarded by Williams. Shot clock at 5. Here's Stevens. Rebound by the Sparks. Left side, Williams. The kick out to Canada. Pass to Mitchell.
Area in a screen.
Shot from the top of the key. That one falls, coming off Kelsey Mitchell's feet.
A player you want to use in the pick and roll. Mitchell has great decision-making abilities. Made the right choice giving up the rock.
Now here is Hayes. Now Zandalasini. Pass to Griner. Good for another basket. She's put up 10 shots and made 7 of them.
Offensively, a perfect quarter. She hasn't missed a single shot.
Ball's knocked loose. Here's Hayes. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
That's just what should happen off of the steal. Get it immediately into transition.
And that's the perfect time to do it. Those few seconds right after the turnover, there's no time for the defense to get organized.
Absolutely, and well executed on the break.
Now here's Mitchell. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot, and will shoot 2 at the line.
And Mitchell understands her role on this team. She's out there to score as often as she can.
2 shots.
First free throw is good. The Liberty making a switch here. And so she makes both from the line. New York trailing here. Outside Hayes. Back to Ionescu. Hayes. Pass to Ionescu. Off target from three-point range.
Well, if this ball game comes down to the rebounding battle, they'll be the ones coming out on top.
They've had a strong game on that front, without question.
Fouled hard that time. And she'll get 2 shots at the line. It's going to go on Brittany Griner.
And one thing teams liked about Kiki Iriafen going into the draft, her athleticism.
Yeah, Kiki was dunking in high school, explosive around the rim. She really improved her all-around game during her college years.
And no luck at the stripe this time. Second miss. On offense, here the Liberty. Trailing by 4. Back to Ionescu. Shoots the 3. They get it back. And so she draws the foul on the shot. Trip to the line.
An elite athlete for a player of her build. Griner's willing to battle on the exterior.
He misses the free throw. And she sinks the second. Aleman with it. She's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Pass to Iriafen. Fades away. It's rebounded by Sabrina Ionescu. And the Liberty with possession here. It's a three-point game. Yes, it's good.
Yeah, whether by design or by accident, that was a very high-quality shot they created.
Outside Charles. Alema. Now here's Iriafen. She's got 12. 6 to shoot.
Tough break with the D. Took the hit and drew the whistle.
But she was late to get there. The ref couldn't give her a free pass on that one.
New York on D. Past Alema. Shot clock at 6. On the wing, Kelsey Mitchell. Here's the three. Reiner with the rebound.
Yeah, the great shooters, they know when they've got enough opening to go through the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice there.
Yeah, not very good defensive coverage that time. The D got lucky.
She keeps trying to force it up when she's guarded, and she's just getting brick after brick. Here's my suggestion. Move the ball around.
And stolen by Ionescu. For the lead. Cans it from downtown.
Very good half for them from the field. They've got their shooting percentage up over 50%.
Yeah, their offense speeding up, and anytime you shoot this well, you give yourself an excellent chance to win.
Now here is Ionescu. She's guarded by Aleman. Pass to Ionescu. Reiner guarded by Charles. Clock at 6. Here's Stevens. Looks good, is good. That's her 7th basket in 12 attempts.
Well, that's just Stevens playing big right there. My goodness.
On the wing, Dana Evans. There's the three. That shot, no good. We're at the end of the third quarter, and we've still got a close one. Liberty out in front, leading by just 2. And when we return, we'll get the fourth quarter rolling here on 2K Sports. Joining us again as the fourth quarter of play is set to get rolling. It's been a close battle to this point. Passed on and off. Rupert. Mitchell outside. Here's Evans. And the three off target. New York in the lead. Here's Suarez. Banked in off the glass.
Coach has always told me that if you battle for offensive rebounds, you're guaranteed a high-quality shot on the follow, just like she got there.
Now here's Evans. Let's go with a three. No good on that shot. Here's Mack. She's covered by Mitchell. It's stolen by Kelsey Mitchell. The three is up. Sparks, no good that time either.
No luck for her this half after being outstanding from outside in the first half.
Pass to Ionescu. From downtown. A rebound by Rupert.
The defense has nothing to worry about out there with her shooting because she just can't dial it in from deep this half.
Evans covering. Three-pointer Sabrina Ionescu. The Sparks grab the miss.
She has not been able to get into that groove yet, guys, but as a whole, it really hasn't affected the team that much.
In transition, here come the Liberty. Here's Stevens. The lead pass was put in just the right spot to produce the layup.
That assist got a little nod from her teammate after the bucket.
Passed on them on. Here's Evans. And it's off from three-point range. Down low, Suarez. And she makes good on the layup.
What an excellent assist. It really led her to the perfect spot.
Now Evans. Pass to Mitchell. Watches it. Again, the miss by the Sparks.
A good board there, but overall, they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
And they've just got to find a way to get back into this game. That's as good a place as any.
Just increase the effort on the boards.
Now here's Ionescu. Here's over Alaman. And the Liberty getting another bucket right there.
A few more points added to the lead. They might be ready to pull away.
It wouldn't surprise me with as good as they're looking at the moment.
Absolutely right, Brian. They're looking really strong.
Here's Evans. A three from Kelsey Mitchell. Stevens grabs the board.
I don't know if she just ran out of gas or what, but she's been awful since the second half started. Got to get recharged. It's not hard to see why they're giving up points on this run. Just too many looks from in close.
You know, usually when teams give up runs like this, it's because they allow chances from inside. Make them beat you from deep.
Here's Evans. No good. Had a chance to end the run there. Ionescu outside. Jacks up a three. Can't hit that one. They're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off. They got to score.
Inside, and stolen by Stevens. Pass to Mack. And a missed layup. This Sparks squad struggling. They have yet to put up any points here in the fourth. Evans misses.
Well, she's really losing her confidence out there. Correct me if I'm wrong. That's 0 field goals made in the game.
Well, she's definitely a threat from deep, but it just hasn't been going for her tonight. She might want to avoid that shot for a while.
To the paint. Here's Charles. New York with the rebound.
And you can just feel the desperation now. They're starting to lose their composure offensively.
They're clearly frustrated, and it's understandable. I mean, they're on the wrong side of a monster run.
And they got to just settle down, stick to the game plan.
Yeah, keep your composure.
It's been several possessions since they've converted.
And they've got to find a way to change that.
Mitchell outside for three. It's rebounded by Suarez.
Very close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Not a great habit to get into, letting her get that wide open.
Now here's Ionescu. Pass to Stevens. Good. And Sabrina Ionescu gets the dime.
That's just great ball movement.
And that's key to this run. Passing it with the purpose. The D has not been able to keep up.
Here's Mitchell. And here's Rupert. Suarez covering. To the inside. And she banks in the layup.
Yeah, Mitchell's really in a groove tonight. She's not being shy at all about shooting the rock.
Ionescu outside. Outside Stevens. The three-pointer off the mark.
One made three for her in this game. Does she focus closer in? We'll see.
Here's Charles. No good with the triple. On offense, here the Liberty. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points. Out to the wing. Evans covering. She gets that one.
They're beginning to just fall apart defensively, especially on the interior.
Yeah, they're crumbling like a cookie right now, and that's 4 straight field goals they've allowed from within touching distance of the rim.
Now here's Alaman. Back to Mitchell. Fires the three. Good on the three-point shots.
There you go. That's the stroke we saw in the first half.
And the Liberty with possession here. At one point, they led by 16. Timeout called the Liberty. And so it looks like Liberty will retain possession here. Here's Zandalasini. Pass to Griner. Hayes, guarded by Canada. Gabby Williams with the steal. And here's Howard. It's hauled in by Cannon.
If she can get to the rim, she'll usually turn it into points, but the defense stood tall there.
Now Stevens. There's a screen by Stevens. To the middle. And she takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
Well, they've built this lead through plays exactly like that. She's easily been the most consistent performer.
No question about that. I mean, she's just hitting everything in sight.
So the whistle blows on the shot. 2 free throws for the contact there.
Well, there's the physicality of Natasha Howard. When she's aggressive, it makes the defense compromise on the way up.
Howard, 2 shots.
And that's good as she hits both shots.
And the two-way game of Howard is impressive. A legitimate offensive threat who also defends with tenacity.
Here's Hayes. Pass to Zandalasini. Cannon. Now Zandalasini. 6 to shoot. Now here's Griner. Over Howard. Griner, no good. Down low. Brittany Griner with a defensive effort.
Some great tight defense right there. Got right up on her and forced the miss.
Just close enough to bother her on the shot, but disciplined enough to avoid too much contact.
Now here is Hayes. Stevens, covered by Iriafen. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock.
I'd say that's it, guys. They're not coming back from this one.
Nope. Any chance of that happening has long since passed.
And we're still here.
Here's Mitchell. To the inside. Here's Howard. That's in there. Kelsey Mitchell with the assist. Now Hayes. Pass to Stevens. Zandalasini. Stevens the screen. Inside. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down.
And they're not finished yet. They're going to make sure about this win.
Yeah, they're not taking any chances. This is how you close a game out.
Just look how happy their coach is.
Now here's Mitchell. The kick out to Williams. Iriafen a screen. Beyond the arc. And Williams gets it to go. And the Liberty with possession here. And here's Cannon. And so New York takes this one by a big margin. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time this one wound down.
That's what you want to do. Take the crowd out of it by crunching.